How about you?
I see Karen and I see Kat. Hey there, guys.
Hi, Cindy.
How are you doing tonight? Hey, Kat.
Good. We're doing good.
Good. Good.
My daughter's voice interpreting for me.
Good. How are the teeth feeling tonight?
They're okay.
Well, tell her she earned brownie points from me for hanging in there and doing this.
We will talk about that after the meeting. What I can give her. pay her, take her out. I don't know.
Hey, I had 4 kids, and I remember going through braces with all 4. 2 of mine had braces twice. So I know only too well how you feel.
Why twice?
I don't know. They had a first round to do something, and then they had to wait a year or 2, and then they had to have a second round of braces.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like college tuition. What the heck? I mean, you know. See what you have to look forward to, Crystal?
How many kids you have, Crystal?
Just one.
Just one? Cool.
Yep, just the doodlebug.
You can do it all once instead of 4 times. Oh, gosh. And, guys, I've had a day. I brought my glass of wine with me to our call tonight. I hope y'all don't mind.
Not at all.
I was ready for a glass of wine tonight. See, that looks like Tori, baby, that just popped on. Hey, Tori. You're here.
I've been preparing tax fill outs for Pampered Chef from last year. So it's been crazy. Been writing down all this stuff. Oh, thank you for your post about the tax. It was really helpful.
Oh, good.
Gathering information and all that.
Good.
And now I see I wasn't organized last year for the tax for sure. So now, this year I'm ready. I have a new goal to be organized every month.
Right. Just save all those receipts and really be aware of all your different tax write-offs. All right. Hey there, Sally. I see Sally just popped in. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. We're just kind of giving people a chance to get in here tonight. I know we had a couple that posted at the last minute. They had conflict. Oh, Tracy just said she can't make it. Bummer. I've had the strangest thing happen to me in a virtual party today. I have a guest in a virtual party that's responding to me on her own page and not in the party. How weird is that? I mean, I can't figure out even how to follow this conversation.
Huh.
It's different, but I'm getting good activity, which that's good.
That's
okay. Crystal, is anybody making comments in the group or anything? I see you kind of watching that.
Yeah, I was trying to find out. Nicole says she's here. Maybe that's Nicole. Are you 4836?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Tell me if I need to mute it because my kids are still running around here. I'm trying to keep them quiet.
Okay. Well, so far so good. We can't see you. We'd love to see your lovely face tonight.
No, you would not. Not tonight.
You guys crack me up. The first couple times we started doing these Zoom calls, I was so intimidated that people were going to see me and see how I was looking and all of that. But you know what? You just get used to it and you get over it, because it is a great way for us to all be able to connect and kind of feel like we get to know each other, even though we're in all these different parts of the country. So,
if it makes you feel any better, I'm still in my pajamas from last night.
Oh, you really?
Well,
I did brush my hair.
I am too, and I don't think I've washed my hair in 2.5 days. So there we go.
Okay, join the call.
You guys crack.
Yeah, I'm just being straight up.
Sunday, so tomorrow's the big shampoo day. Oh my.
Aw.
All right. Well, I think we ought to get going here because those of you that are on time, I don't want to keep you waiting. So welcome to our call tonight. We're very, very excited to have you on with us tonight. So I think we should start off with a little bit of celebrating tonight. Don't you, Crystal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So who wants to toot their own horn for a minute tonight? Okay, Karen, I saw that hand fly up.
I have 3 recruits, 2 already signed up, and the third girl's having a party Thursday, and then she's signing up. So she'll be my 3rd recruit.
Awesome. That's very exciting.
It is. I'm
Yay.
just amazed at how quick things are moving.
Yeah, and I know you're working with a couple others too, so it can
Yes.
happen. Yeah, and that's the thing. I love that you said that, Karen, how quick it's happening because things can just change on a dime in this business. You could be sitting here right now with no recruits and a month later have 3 to 5 recruits. It really can happen that fast when you're intentional about it. And I'll talk a little more about that. Okay, I think maybe Catherine's wanting to say something.
I just talked with someone on Messenger and they said they were thinking about maybe joining Pampered Chef. And I said, ooh, I would love to have you on my team. And she said she was frustrated with Mary Kay. It didn't work, that brand. For 4 years, she struggled and it wasn't successful. And with LuLaRoe, 1 year, she tried to be and so I will talk with her more after this meeting and this week and explain the benefits of Pampered Chef, and it's really nice, and I will explain those things to her. I'm really looking forward to it. I am very excited to have her on my team, so I really hope and pray that she'll join my team.
Well, we will hope and pray with you, and sometimes you just have to find the right fit, the right business, because we run into so many people that have tried other businesses and they just weren't the right fit. But I think that they'll find Pampered Chef different. And of course, everybody is our customer. We're not limited to people that use makeup or people that like to wear certain clothes or, everybody eats. Everybody has a kitchen. So we by far have the biggest customer base. And I think our products really help us too. So hopefully you can help her make this be the one, Kat. That would be awesome. Okay. Who else wants to toot tonight?
Well, this is Nicole. I want to toot Kathy's horn. I don't even know if she's on here, but she was probably the main reason I became a director last month, and she's already kicking butt this month. So, Kathy, I don't know if you're here or not, but just my recruit Kathy's doing awesome. So if anybody can encourage her, that will be awesome. She's doing really well.
So let me just explain. Kathy is a new addition to our group as of today. And she had 2 families coming over for dinner tonight, and she's an hour ahead of us. So there was no way she could make an 8 o'clock call tonight. But she is definitely working to fast track. So we invited her to join our group. She has until the end of May to actually fast track. And I'm going to tell you, this girl is on fire. She is incredible. She already has over $1,700 in sales for April. She has 2 recruits and is working on a 3rd and has a ton more parties. So she is amazing. But Nicole, you can't give her all the spotlight here. I want to congratulate you. I'm just so sad that we can't see your beautiful face because Nicole
Nope.
is one of
Sorry.
our brand
Nope.
new directors, promoted April 1st. So she worked really hard last month to work together with her team to make sure they had the 5 active and to meet the gap they needed between what our team members had and that 5,000. And Nicole, you came through with flying colors. Girl, you pulled it together. You made this happen. And I am so super proud of you. I'm so excited for you. And girl, this is just the beginning. Just the beginning. I mean, you can turn around and be an advanced director here in the next couple of months because I think Cassie's coming along right behind you to promote and to fast track.
I think so.
Yes, and so that's the way that things can start to explode in this business. When everybody's kind of what we call cooking on all 4 burgers. You're working that business, okay? So that is awesome. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
I don't see Denisha on here tonight. Where is our other star, Denisha? I have to at least congratulate you in case you pop on late or listen to the recording. Also promoted to director on April 1st. So that's 2 members out of this group that have already promoted to director. So wahoo! I mean, that gets me really excited for you guys. And I know we have a couple more right on their foothills coming right behind them. Right, Crystal? I know you have one. Don't you want to celebrate her a little bit?
Yes, Miss Janet is here. She's actually at dinner with her family for her daughter's birthday, so she's just kind of listening in. But she already has 4, and they actually had the numbers last month, just need that one more person. So they are going for it this month so that they can make their fast track numbers. And we are working on filling in just the last few gaps for parties and just need one more person, and she'll be there.
Awesome. Go, Janet. I see you're on mute, but I see you're here, Janet. So congratulations to you. We're super, super excited for you too. And I know that this is going to be your month, girl. It's going to happen this month, you know? So that's awesome.
Thank you. I'm here. Here she is.
Yay! Yay! Well, I hope you're having a fun dinner. And hey, kudos to you for hopping on and multitasking and having dinner and kind of listening along with us. But Crystal and I are both just really, really excited for you. You've done an amazing job in a short time that you've been in this business. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm ready to fast track.
I know. Well, girl, we want to see that happen, and we want to watch all of you guys walking across that stage at National Conference.
Yes.
Yay! So that's kind of the next thing on my list. I have a little outline here that somewhere I've lost, so I'm going to have to be winging it here because I've totally lost my little bullet points that I wanted for us to remember to talk about tonight. But National Conference is coming up, and it's coming up quickly, and some of you may have seen that you can already register. And I just really, and I know Crystal will 100% back me up on this, but I just really, really, really want to encourage each and every one of you to do absolutely everything you can to get yourself to National Conference. I know it's money out of pocket up front, but it is an investment in you, in your business. It will pay off 100 times over the next couple of years. I mean, typically our consultants who attend National Conference promote to director twice as fast, and they double their earnings that same year that they attend National Conference. So you will see that return in your paychecks for going. So I really want to encourage you to join us. We have a great time. We have a great team, and it's certainly a way for those of you that aren't local to us here in the Dallas area to be able to really connect and get to know our team and really get to understand this company and what we are really all about as a company. It's just a wonderful experience. Crystal, do you want to add anything to that?
I went one time, the very first time, kind of unsure, but went for fun and a little bit of learning at the same time, and I haven't missed one after that. You don't miss it once you go, because it's just being able to see the big picture of Pampered Chef. You know, we try and cover as much as we can as our group, but once you see all of these people across the country, no matter how you look, how you dress, you can have tattoos, you can be from the Amish community. It doesn't matter. It works for everyone. And so it's just incredibly eye-opening, not to mention the networking that you will do, the fabulous leaders across the country that you'll hear from. You will come home with so many ideas, and it really does help put you on cloud 9 and give you that extra little boost to keep going with your business, because connections and networking, those kind of things, they really do help you continue and keep the ideas flowing. So do whatever you have to do extra shows, do what you got to do to get there, because it's worth it.
Right. If you guys would just book one extra show between now and the end of July and just put those commissions aside to pay for conference, that'll pretty much pay for it. So, and you'll have a great time. You'll be so glad you went. I will tell you this, I probably would have quit my business my first year had I not gone to that conference, because I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't really get it. My family wasn't on board. I just knew I needed an outlet, and something compelled me to go to this conference. And I remember thinking, have I lost my mind sitting on that plane, leaving my 4 kids who I'd never left ever, and going to this conference. And I'm thinking, have I lost my mind? What am I doing? But coming home, I knew exactly why I had gone. I knew exactly what I wanted to do with this business. I immediately, within months, promoted to director and have never looked back. So it will be worth it. So I really, really, really want to encourage you guys. Okay, so enough of that for our commercial for national conference. Whoops, did I just lose everybody? Can you guys see me?
Yeah, you're here.
Oh, it just fell off my screen somehow. Okay, good. I'm glad y'all are back. So we're going to get going then tonight with our training. I feel like this is kind of what you've all been waiting for, and I'm super excited that we are moving into growing your team, the skill of recruiting. And you know, here's what I'll say to you guys about recruiting. Recruiting is both a skill and a mindset. So we're going to talk about those a little bit tonight. The skill of recruiting is really a learned, you learn it through practicing. And the more you practice it, the more comfortable you're going to get with it, and the easier it's going to become. And the more confident you're going to become as a recruiter. It's really all about developing the art of asking questions and just trying to learn how our business can help your potential consultants that you're working with. So, and so I just want you, if you can't remember anything else, I want you to remember, ask questions, because your job is to learn about your potentials and how what we have can serve them and what they are looking for. And once you learn to do that, you can become a very effective recruiter. There's no big tricks or gimmicks here to recruiting. There's no magic words that Crystal and I can give you. It's really learning how to ask questions and to put the other person at the forefront. What are they looking for, and how can we help them achieve that? So recruiting consultants to join you is great for you for a couple of reasons. First, it's going to increase your income. So as you are starting to recruit, you are earning overrides on those consultants you sponsor. So you're getting paid a higher percent on your own personal sales, and you're getting paid on what your team members sell. Okay, and so that increases as you bring in additional team members. It's also a wonderful opportunity for you to hone your leadership skills. You know, in my previous career before I had children, I was never in a leadership role. And so this was an opportunity for me to really grow and learn about leadership, you know, by guiding others through the Pampered Chef. So I think you'll find there's a lot of personal growth for you once you start recruiting and sharing with others. And even more rewarding than the benefits to you is really the difference you can make in somebody else's life, offering them the Pampered Chef business opportunity. So think about who you can help. Think about who you know that could benefit from this business. The third thing I'll just kind of throw in there, because I know there's been a lot of excitement this year about that Hawaii trip, but you guys are earning trip points toward that Hawaii or Scottsdale trip, whichever one you choose, but you are earning 3,000 trip points for every new consultant that you sponsor who sells that $1,250. So, and I'm going to tell you guys, and I know Crystal will agree, this is the easy way to earn those trips. You've got to sell. You've got to have a lot of parties to sell $3,000. But for each consultant you bring on board, you're getting 3,000 trip points. So it's the easy way to get those trips going as well. And I would love for all of you to be in Hawaii with me, because I will be there. And you know, starting a business with friends just makes the business more fun for you too. And your new recruit is going to have access to all the same benefits that you have enjoyed as a new consultant with Pampered Chef. So just because you're new, don't think you can't be a recruiter, because you absolutely can. And sometimes that's the best time to learn to recruit, because you're still excited. All the rewards of the business are still fresh in your mind, and you know how it feels to be a new consultant. So you could easily put yourself in their shoes. So this is a very exciting time for you to really hone those recruiting skills. And notice I say skills, because it is a skill. Learning to recruit is a skill. It's not something we're all born with. It's something we learn to do, and we learn to do it by practicing. So don't be afraid to get out there and practice. There's no mistakes you can make that aren't correctable. And we are certainly here to help you do that. So before we go any further, I'm going to kind of review in a minute the 3 simple steps to recruiting. But I really want to turn it over to Crystal for a minute. And Crystal's going to talk with us a little bit about the mindset of a recruiter.
All right. So y'all get to talk for just a second. Aren't you excited?
Yay!
When we say the word recruiting and sharing the business, what are the first words that come to mind? Doesn't have to be like super long, drawn out paragraph, just first words that come to your mind.
Are they going to say yes?
Are they going to say yes?
Fear.
Fear?
No. First thing that comes to mind is part of a team. I mean, part of the family.
Good. That's good, Karen. All right. What else? Be honest.
Money.
Money? Yes. Anybody worried about being pushy? I was like, you
Money.
better say it or
Yes.
I'll be out. Like, I know you people
Yes.
are worried about being pushy.
I used to be, but I'm not anymore.
You used to be. I love it. Karen is a prime example of mindset shift. And it is a shift, just like it's a skill sharing the business. I used to vomit Pampered Chef all over people, like just threw it all up over them. Like, I love the trips and I love the money and I love this and I love this and I love this and I love this. Does this sound familiar to anybody? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just get on a roll because we're so excited and we have a potential recruit. And oh my gosh, I could have a new team member. And then the next thing you know, you've just go all over somebody. And you might have hit something that they were super interested in, or you might have touched on every other thing that they could care less about.
Right.
I kid you not. Like, this has happened to me so many times. And so, you know, yes, it's an art and the skill of asking questions, but it is also where your mindset is. Because if you are feeling that you are worried about being pushy, I hate to break it to you, but your mindset is in the wrong place. If you're worried about that, you are completely, whether you are aware of it or not, you're thinking of all the things that it can benefit you. Like, I don't want to feel pushy because she's helping me grow my team. She's helping me earn a trip. It's helping me make more money. Those are all things that are focused on us versus what has this business done for you? What has it done for your family? How does it excite you? How is that money that you're making helping your family? How are all these things that are benefiting you? How can they benefit that person? You know, do you know somebody that's really struggling and they need the extra income? To me, it's selfish of me to keep it to myself. If I don't say something to them, I know somebody's struggling and this business has helped our family in so many ways financially, and I don't share it with them. It's kind of a good way to look at it. I like to play devil's advocate with myself sometimes and try to take out the female feelings that tend to get in the way a lot of times and throw things off. But just really think about it is, okay, this is where I'm feeling. How can I change that? And how can I truly bless someone else's life? Yes, will it benefit you? Of course it will. That's really just how the world works. The more people you help, you tend to get some kind of benefit back from it, whether, you know, it's monetary or it's just the self-satisfaction. And I can probably speak for Cindy as well, that it is more satisfying to be able to help someone else, especially if they were so on the fence and they were so nervous and really hesitant on getting started, but you helped them work through those hesitations and now they're on the other side of the fence and they are so thankful for that. That is something that I never expected. I didn't join this business thinking, I'm going to be a leader and I'm going to quit my full-time job and I'm going to do this all the time. No, I joined just like most of you for the products and had to learn how to be a mind reader. No, had to learn how to be helpful to other people, how to share the business, and how to learn to focus on others when it's just natural that we focus on ourselves. It's not anything wrong. It's natural. So we just have to learn to switch our mind and train our brain to think differently from how we are accustomed to thinking. So that's my little 2 cents on mindset.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Because when you do make that mind shift change, nothing will hold you back from sharing this business with others. You will.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I want to have one other thing is you also have to become intentional. That is the other part of mindset that is huge. When you set your mind to it, not saying like I'm just going to be a robot, but you set your mind to, I am going to be intentional to saying to every single host, talking to them about the business at least 5 times. I am going to be intentional about finding at least 2 guests out of this party that could be amazing at this business. Because if you're not intentional about it, we get focused on sales, we're worried about bookings, and recruiting takes a total back seat. And it's not what you want, but you have to be very intentional about it to make sure that you're doing the things that will lead to the results that you want. Sorry.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, guys, and I didn't even plan to do this, and luckily I just put my hands on this little piece of paper. I'm going to share this later, but I had jotted this down in January because there was a thing on TV about Christmas debt, and it said that the average family spent $1,054 more than they intended to for Christmas. Half of the people said they will find a way to pay it off in the next 3 to 4 months. Okay, 3 to 4 months to pay off that $1,000 in extra Christmas debt. Mm-hmm. But get this, over half of the people said they have no idea how they will pay it back. I mean, no plan whatsoever. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, people more than ever are looking for that second and even third stream of income right now. Okay, and you have a fabulous opportunity to offer to them. So shift that mindset, like Crystal said, from you to them and what we have that we can offer to them. Number one, we can change family meal times in their family. We can offer them fabulous products that they're going to get through our starter kit that they'll be using for the benefit of their families. And they could earn an incredible income working from home and working around their family schedule or whatever else is going on in their life. So it really, truly is a pretty unbelievable opportunity. I mean, if somebody had said those things to me 23 years ago, I would have thought they were crazy. Okay, but I took that leap because I wanted those products in my kitchen. I wanted that starter kit, as Crystal said, and here we are, 23 years later, still sharing the business with others and helping them enjoy the benefits we've had. So, guys, there are 3 simple steps to the recruiting process, and I'm going to keep this very short, very brief, and very simple. Because what I have found in all my years of experience with recruiting is we, by human nature, tend to try to make it harder than it needs to be. We try to make it too complicated. Okay, so guys, the model here is KISS. Keep it simple, sweetie. Okay, KISS. Keep it simple, sweetheart or sweetie. Okay, so the 3 steps are: 1, identify potential consultants. Identify people you know or that you come into contact with through your parties or through your everyday activities that could benefit from what we have. I mean, and the benefit could be as simple as they need the products in their own kitchen, or maybe they need a little extra income, or maybe they need time away from that family, or maybe they just need a fun outlet from everything else going on in their life. Okay, whatever that may be, look for people, identify people that could benefit from all the many things that we have to offer through our business. Okay, that's going to include your host, your customers, people you meet while you're out and about, and all your everyday activities, as well as all the social media contacts that we're all making these days. So be open and willing to share that business with everybody you talk to, because you never know who are going to be the ones that want to hear about it. So if you don't open your mouth, you're being very selfish. You're keeping it all to yourself. Because people don't know the benefits of our business unless we open up and share that with them. And that's the part you have to do, because if you don't share, they don't know. Okay, so that's number 1, identify those potential consultants. The second step in the recruiting process is to simply introduce the business to them. share ideas, share information, and be willing to follow up with people. So once we've identified people that we want to share the business with, we naturally move to the next step, which is to introduce the business to them, share about the business with them, try to get a conversation going with them. And so the third step, and then we'll come back to the second step in a minute, but the third step is simply sign them up. So it's that easy. Identify people, introduce the business, and sign them up. We want to keep it that simple. Okay, and what I have found over the years is we just want to make it harder than it needs to be. And the more complicated we try to make it, the harder it really becomes for our potential recruit. Okay, because we're overwhelming them, or as Crystal said, we're like blah, throwing up all over them with information they don't even care about at this point. So those are your 3 simple steps. Now next, in our next call, we're going to go into the opportunity chat, step 3 in detail. We're going to talk about how to deal with objections and how to lead those conversations. So we're not going to go into that tonight, but I want to back up to step 2, which is introduce the business. And Crystal's going to share with us a little bit there about creating interest and language and that sort of thing.
Okay, so who's sharing in their virtual party all the posts about recruiting? Okay, if you're doing in-home parties, you're probably, anybody sharing there too that are doing in-home parties? Yes? Okay. Now, that is called the informing state of things, and occasionally you will have someone that jumps up and says, I want to join your team. That does not happen very often. I can probably count on one hand that has happened in 7 years. It is not very often that somebody just jumps up and says they want to join your team with just information only. So the next part is leading to that conversation. But the question is, how do you get to the conversation? So I want to hear from y'all, because the more you're engaged, the more I know you're paying attention. It's so awesome. So how do you get to that next stage? Who wants a couple of people suggestions? Karen, you're muted.
Sorry about that. I always go one-on-one with them.
And how do you go one-on-one? Through like a private message?
Instant message, yeah, private messaging or whatever. And I just say, hey, you know, just anything to strike up a conversation. And like Cindy said, ask questions to where you shift your focus to them, not, I want to recruit you. You want to shift the focus to them, because it's about them. And
so how do you pick someone out of the party that you're going to message?
I do it by whoever's excited about it. You can feel that I like this kind of attitude, and the girl I have recruiting now is just, she's on top of it. She's already not even recruited yet, but she's already got plans, and, you know, she's not signed up yet. So she's just excited, and you can feel that.
Yes, it is very contagious in a party when someone's excited. Did this particular person, has she said anything about the business, or you just thought that she would make a fabulous consultant, so you messaged her?
I did. I thought she would. I said, you're really awesome at this hosting. How about a party? You know, you want to do a party? And she said, yes, she'd like to. And I said, you know, you're really good at this. Have you ever thought of, you know, getting into the business? And she said, she brought up about she's not able to work because she has health issues, and they really need some income. And I said, you know, this is going to be perfect for you. She's a stay-at-home mom with 3 children, and they're young. She's very techy. And she just gets it. She's just right on top of it. I think she's going to do really well.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Karen, for letting me use you as an example. Yeah, because this is exactly what I want y'all to think about, are people in your parties, and it's not just Cindy and I doing it. Y'all are doing it. And I know that there's others on the call that could share probably the same thing, but you're just looking. You're basically open for business. You are looking for the signs. Some people call them red flags. Other people call them green lights. Whatever you want to call them, you are looking for them. These people in the party that are having fun, they're on there 24/7, answering everything, playing every single game. They are the ones that you can reach out to. And that's why I asked Karen, did she say anything about the business? Because in this case, no. So sometimes people will ask you questions on the Ask Me a Question about the business post. Of course, those are great people to follow up with. And I'll just ask them, I'll say, oh my gosh, Tori, thank you so much for hanging out in Sally's party. We couldn't have awesome parties without fabulous guests like you. I saw that you asked a question on the business post. Were you looking to just get tickets in our raffle, or are you really looking to find out more about the business? Because if you're interested and are willing to listen, I would love to share more with you. And that right there, they'll tell me, like, nah, it's really just going for the tickets. But, and I've had people even say, but if you want to tell me more, I'll listen. Other times they're not interested. But then you have those people that are like, no, I was serious. I really do want to know more. So, you know, the conversations that start in the group are just like a lot of conversations for those of us that do in-home parties. They start very casual in a broad manner when we're in front of a lot of people, and then we take it to a little more private where that person's going to be more open with you. They're going to be more honest. They're going to share their heart, just like this gal shared with Karen that she could really use some extra money. But it's by us making that and taking the initiative to make that conversation start. And I've had people that have joined my teams, and I've heard this over and over. You know, I had never really thought of it because nobody ever asked me. No one. I've been to party after party throughout the years, and no one has ever asked me. So that's really eye-opening to me as well, to be looking and to be not only informing, but asking at the same time. So that's the main thing that I want y'all to think about, because I really, if I had to take a wild guess, who could improve in that area? I mean, myself too. Like, I'm raising both hands. We all could, but recruiting is a numbers game. We talk about that a lot for booking parties, but it's the same with recruiting. And, you know, when it comes to recruiting several people, it's not because you're just having conversations with those people. You're most likely having conversations and reaching out with a wider group. Maybe, you know, I think the numbers that Judy Joel has shared before is if you share the information with 60, 10 will be interested in some way, form, or fashion, and you might have a conversation with some of them. And on average, 2 out of them are going to join. So that's to let you know that it does take, you know, sharing the information with a lot of people to find the ones who are interested and it's a right fit. So I like to share those numbers just to let you know, if you're working with one person, just because they said no doesn't mean that you don't know what you're doing or this is not, you know, perfect for anybody else. It just might not be good for them, but we're still working with other people to help them. Let's see. We're talking about conversations next time. So the only other thing that I want to bring up is who's still working with people after your party's closed as potentials. Good, good, good. Because just because their party closed and they weren't ready right then doesn't mean that they won't be ready down the road. I had a party close almost 2 weeks ago, and she's a gal, her daughter's in Ashlyn's class, and we were actually talking this afternoon, and she's telling me how she's trying to talk this one into doing a party and this one into doing a party and doing this and then this. And I was like, I'm still trying to figure out why you're not on my team. And she goes, well, and we talked about it for a little while, and she's really worried about it being one more thing that she doesn't actually complete. And I said, you know what? I found that when you know why you want to do something and why it's important, you'll find the motivation to do it versus this other thing that you mentioned. It wasn't really important to you, it sounds like. She goes, well, yeah, you're probably right about that. She goes, I got to go, but can you please send me a little bit more information on the ins and outs of how this would work?
Good.
So she's an RN. She has 4 kids, and she's fostering a kid, and her husband works all the time. Like, she would be the one person that I would probably prejudge and say, nope, like, no way she can add. Oh, and she's like on the PTA too. Dude, is she bored? So you want to mention it to everyone continuously. So hopefully that helps on being intentional and actually reaching out. And Karen, thank you again for sharing your recent example, because I love hearing from y'all, not just me and Cindy.
Yeah. Awesome. And if you were listening to those numbers that Crystal was just sharing, you're thinking, holy cow, I might only get 2 out of starting with 60. Let me tell you, you are planting seeds. Denisha, how long did we talk before you signed up, my friend? Unmute
It
yourself.
was years. I did. My son came in, so I muted. It was years.
Years, okay? It has to be the right time for people. So just because they don't say yes now doesn't mean they won't say yes in 3 months or 6 months or a year down the road. I cannot tell you how many hosts I have tried to sponsor that said no. And then they attend a couple parties that were booked from them, and 3 to 6 months later, they finally sign up. They could have been doing all those parties. But some people, it takes longer to process it. Some people have to get really comfortable with the idea, and the timing has to be right for them too. So I don't want you to feel like you have failed in any way whatsoever if you are talking to people and they're not signing up right now. Okay, because it has to work for them and it has to be in their timing. But you guys are planting seeds for the harvest, and you never know when they're going to come back to you. I had a hostess from a year ago reach out to me a week ago and say, Cindy, I'm thinking I might be ready. Out of the blue, I hadn't even contacted her back. And
That's what happened with Dee last month. That's what happened with Dee last month that signed up. She hosted last March for me, and I had touch base with her. She said, hit me up in 6 months. I contacted her in the fall. She's like, nope, no can do. And the beginning of March, she reached out. She goes, okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
And that was it. I had not contacted her in probably 6 months.
All right, thanks for sharing that, Sally. So you guys have to realize you are planting those seeds for a later harvest in some of these cases, but if you are talking to enough people, you're going to find those recruits that are ready now too. Okay, so it's all, as Crystal said, part of that big old numbers game, and you just really being intentional about going out there and sharing this fabulous business and what all we have to offer. So I just want to follow that up with what Crystal was talking about. When you get people that are interested, bring us in. Please, please, please. Crystal and I would love to be involved in 3-way conversations or 3-way message groups. We would love to, answer questions and help any way we can in this process. So we don't want you to feel like you're out there all alone. We are here to back you up and to support you. And sometimes that can help a lot with your potentials when you bring in somebody that does have more experience. They can answer a few of those questions that are right on their minds. And I can promise you, Crystal and I will not throw up all over them. Okay, we have learned that lesson. So we will keep those conversations very on task and very much all about your potential recruit. So next week we will get all into the opportunity chat, really how to have those discussions and how to overcome objections that you may be facing with your potentials. And I will just preface it with this: objections are a good thing. So if you get all uptight when you get an objection and you don't know what to do or what to say next, we're going to learn about that on our next call, but they're good, because what objections tell us is that your potential is really thinking about it. They're trying to process through it. And how is this going to work for them? And when objections come out, that's a very good sign that they're serious about trying to figure the whole thing out. So a little tip for you guys. I would encourage you in the meantime, between now and our next call, to go into the PC University, go into the recruiting section and look up those Table Talk classes because there's some wonderful dialogue to use. So if you're one of those that are just like, give me the words, tell me what to say, I don't have magic words to give you because I never say the same thing twice. I don't operate off a script. But there's some great sample dialogue in there that you guys can review and go through in the Table Talk classes in the recruiting section. Okay? I do know that also several of you that we are working with still can fast track. Several of you have until I think the end of May, maybe even beyond that, to fast track to director. So there's some tremendous benefits for you when you do achieve our fast track program, because you're going to get new products, you're going to get that $500 bonus, you're going to obviously get the 250 PC dollars when you fast track. So we really, really, really want to help those of you. I feel like I've said that like 10 times tonight, really, really, really. But we really do want to help you achieve that fast track goal, because that is a big, big deal and a lot of extra benefits to you. So please reach out to us and let us help you with those potentials, because you still have, in many cases, all of April and May to do that. So we're going to wrap up with our call to action tonight. We are going to have a recruiting blitz. And Crystal, did you get that posted this afternoon? I haven't even been in the Sparling team to look.
Yeah, I got it posted earlier today that it's coming Thursday night.
Okay, good. We are going to have a recruiting blitz. And this is going to be very similar to a booking blitz. But what a recruiting blitz is we'll all get on at 8:30 Thursday night. We'll have a little virtual thing you'll go through with tips and how-tos and reasons and what to say and all that kind of stuff. And then we are going to blitz for the rest of the month, adding new consultants to your teams. So I would highly encourage you to hop on with us at 8:30 Thursday night and learn all about that and just have fun. We'll do it as a group. So that is definitely a call to action for our Focus Forward group, because you guys are so focused on recruiting right now. So we really want you participating in this blitz. You guys will be our leaders in this blitz probably. So more to come on that, but I think we've already got it posted, and we'll be getting a little Facebook event set up that will run that through under Sparling team. We also want to encourage you to listen to a recorded call by Sharon Zellen. She is like, I think probably the all-time top recruiter in Pampered Chef. I mean, she is an unbelievable recruiter, and she has a recording, Show Up as a Recruiter. So we'll be posting that link in our Focus Forward group, so you guys can listen to her playback. And then we also are going to give you another call to listen to. This is by a new young executive director. Her name is Mary Haynes. And the recording that we're going to give you, or the video we're going to give you to watch, is called Running Your Business Like a Business. Okay? I'm really being intentional about running your business as a business, because I know a lot of you have big goals, and I think you'll really enjoy that recording. So those are going to be your call to actions. We'll get them all posted in our Focus Forward group. And guys, thank you for joining us tonight. We so much have appreciated our time with you guys. I am super, super thrilled with the way this group has gone. You guys have been such a fun group to work with, and I'm seeing so much momentum. I love the way you guys are sharing in our group with each other and encouraging each other. I love seeing all the things that are happening in your business. So it's just a really dynamic group that we've had this time to work with. I'm kind of sad that we're getting close to the end of this, but you guys are going to move on and fly. Right, Crystal?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Anything you want to add, Miss Crystal?
Well, I do have to give a shout out to Tori, because she reached out the other day for us to do a 3-way chat. And so I've been able to help her with a potential recruit. So I'm just really proud of her, because that's one of the first things, is just reach out and we'll do a 3-way chat, and it's a great opportunity to learn as well. So I just needed to give Miss Tori a shout out.
Thanks. Well, thanks for helping, coming alongside.
You are very welcome. Absolutely. I love it.
Good.
And we're not done yet.
Not yet.
No, it is. Listen, it's always an ongoing process. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Sometimes I get a warning that one's coming. Other times people just put me in it. I'm like, okay, here we go.
Here we go.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Operate off the slice, Crystal, which I know you're very good at. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us tonight, and watch for these videos that we're going to post for you guys to watch, and then we will see you in 2 weeks from tonight for our grand finale call. I can't believe it that this time is already going to be up.
Very much so.
All right. Good night, everybody. See you on the Blitz Thursday night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.